Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this breaking news episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears as the Bears make a trade on NFL trade deadline day, November 6th, November 5th, 2024, as the Chicago Bears send running back Khalil Herbert to the Cincinnati Bengals for a 7th-round pick. Guys, I knew that this type of trade was going to happen. Been talking about it for the last couple of weeks. What the package was going to be, wasn't too sure about it, but Khalil Herbert now has a new home in Cincinnati. He will be playing for the Bengals because of the injury to Zach Moss. But a big deal for the Chicago Bears. They get back a key draft pick. Any draft pick is key, obviously, but they get a draft pick back with trading Herbert. Better than nothing. He was on his rookie contract, was likely to let me walk anyway because we paid DeAndre Swift. So the Bears do get a new draft pick and send Khalil Herbert to the Cincinnati Bengals, wishing him the best of luck. And before we get more into today's show, please hit the like button on this video to wish Khalil Herbert luck in his new home. Comment in the chat or in the comments if you're watching after if you're happy about the trade and what you would have taken for Khalil Herbert. And if you're here for free Bears news notifications and haven't already, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date. But let's go into the Khalil Herbert trade for you guys. So Herbert, a 4-year running back in the NFL, drafted out of West Virginia by the Bears a few years ago during the Ryan Pace era, one of the last draft picks for Ryan Pace. We got a 7th-round pick for him from the Cincinnati Bengals. This makes sense. The Bengals are starting to make a push. Teams that are going to make a push are going to want players like Khalil Herbert on their roster, and they get him, especially with the injury to Zach Moss. I saw this coming. We weren't using Herbert at all. He was a key inactive for every single game, and we were obviously moving forward with DeAndre Swift and Rashawn Johnson. Ryan Poles had his mind made up on this situation. He definitely didn't want to keep Herbert around. He wanted to get some value for him while he could, and that's exactly what he did. So I'm very happy with the situation that the Bears ended up doing because I like Khalil Herbert. I think that he should get a chance. I think that he could be one of the league's better running backs. And we'll see this upcoming week for the Cincinnati Bengals against, I believe they're playing the Cleveland Browns, but I will confirm with that. But the Bengals overall needed this running back help. And I apologize. They play the Ravens this week. So we'll see Khalil Herbert against the Ravens this week. But Khalil Herbert had a nice career with the Chicago Bears. He definitely was an impact player, but it was time to move on because he was in the last year of his contract, right? We don't want to just let guys walk for nothing. We got some value for him. This year, he did have a rushing touchdown for the Bears on 8 carries for a total of 16 yards. His last carry was against the Houston Texans. He was used as a kick returner multiple times and took a few touchbacks. But other than that, Khalil Herbert just wasn't doing much in Chicago. And it was time to move on from him and get something for him. But Khalil Herbert before then was a pretty efficient running back in the NFL, averaging over 4.7 yards per carry in his first 3 years with the Bears. He had a total of over 1,700 rushing yards in his first 3 seasons with the he had a total of over 1,800 rushing yards with the Chicago Bears in his first 3 seasons. He had a total of also 9 rushing touchdowns with the Bears, 10 total with 2 receiving touchdowns. He was a solid player, but we weren't using him. Why are we going to keep a player on the roster that we're not going to use that gets value from anywhere? I don't think we could get a 7th rounder for Nate Davis, to be honest with you, but it pulls it off. I mean, absolutely fantastic news for the Bears. But how are we feeling about this trade, chat? Let's see what the chat's saying right now. Throw your comments in the comment section to see how we're all feeling about this trade. Because honestly, better than nothing in my personal opinion. But it seems like you guys are a little bit upset that we got one person saying that it was an okay value. But a 7th rounder, what's up, Swifty? Nice to see you. A 7th rounder is better than nothing, and that's how we have to look at it in this entire situation. Because what would you guys have taken for him? I personally think that the Bears could have gotten a 5th for him if it was to a worse team. But the Bengals know that they are in a position where they can win now. They lost Zach Moss. They came calling. Poles obviously probably took the first call possible. And that's exactly what went down. So again, if you guys haven't already, please hit that like button to wish Khalil Herbert luck in his new adventure with the Cincinnati Bengals, and comment if you're happy about the trade or not. And new to the channel and want Chicago Bears news and notifications up to date, make sure to hit that subscribe button to help us hit 20,000. Let's go a little bit more into Khalil Herbert and what he has done with the Chicago Bears. and what he's going to bring to the Bengals. So in total with the Chicago Bears, he had 78 first downs. So he's a first down machine. He averaged during his career with the Bears roughly over 55 yards of rushing per game. So a pretty solid player, but that 4.7 yard average is very impressive. He was a touchdown machine. I think that in 2022, by far his best year, over 731 yards and 4 TDs, averaging 5.7 yards per carry. Just a solid player to have in your locker room. And I know that teams are, I know that a lot of people are going to be upset about this overall pick or trade because you're not getting an insanely high value for him. But again, better than nothing. The Bears now have DeAndre Swift, who before this past game was on a mission, literally on a mission in order to go out and make sure the Bears were scoring points. He had over 120 yards of offense in 4 straight games for the Bears. So where do you put Khalil Herbert in there? And then you have rookie Rashawn Johnson on a rookie contract that you want to get touches and get to know and get on the same page. So the Bears made the right decision in getting rid of Herbert. They definitely weren't going to plan on re-signing him. It was a 7th round pick from Cincinnati. He doesn't even play. I'm wishing him the absolute best because I think that he is a solid player for this team and he could be really great for the Cincinnati Bengals. He could be great in this league. So I'm upset that he's leaving. It makes sense. So I'm happy the Bears get another pick because now the Chicago Bears have 8 picks in the upcoming draft. One of them, one being in the first round, 2 being in the second round, 1 being in the third round. No 4th rounders at the moment because of Justin Fields. Still not playing for Cincinnati, but then we have a ton of late round picks that the Bears can package together and send to other teams to move up. So you get something out of nothing because we weren't using him at all. And I'm wishing Khalil Herbert the absolute best. But before we get more into today's show, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Lucy. Lucy, one of the newest nicotine pouches on the market at the moment, is 100% nicotine free or tobacco free. Great flavors, comes in 8 different flavors, 4 different levels, 4, 8, and 12 milligram levels. And also on top of it too, it's cheaper than other competitors and it's shipped right to your door. And right now with Lucy, you can get 20% off your order. Go to the link in the description now and get Lucy to you shipped directly. Great deal, great stuff. Make sure you go and check out Lucy. But for those that are just joining, Khalil Herbert has been traded to the Cincinnati Bengals for a 7th round pick. The Bears' 4-year running back was a part of Ryan Pace's last draft class, picked in the 4th round out of West Virginia, having over 1,800 rushing yards with the Chicago Bears, totaling over 2,500 yards of offense with receiving, 10 touchdowns, a 4.7 yard per carry average on the ground, and just a good elusive back. But he heads to the Cincinnati Bengals for a good opportunity for him. We just get 1 pick from it, but it's absolutely better than nothing. And if you guys please could thank Khalil Herbert in the chat or in the comment section right now. He's been a great player for this team, and I'm hoping that he can continue to advance his career, but he does head to the Cincinnati Bengals. Overall, Bears needed to make this move, and that's what I'm happy about. But with that, guys, thank you as always for tuning in to this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. Make sure to hit that like button before you leave. Khalil Herbert has been traded to the Cincinnati Bengals. Thanks and have a great day.